So let's head to our map view. I'm going to zoom out, and there should be our spaceship. Okay, so here is our assault ship. We've got plenty of missiles, so I think it's time that we go and hunt some targets. We've deployed successfully on the Mun. The Mun is now militarily captured, earning us a handful of points, and I want to start eliminating the military forces around here just to protect my guys. So first of all, I'm going to do is just have a quick look at how things are rotating. Which way am I going? Oh, I'm going in a decent way. Okay. So, who would be the closest thing for me to take out? It would be that one. That's the next nearest kind of ring to me. So set as target, and tell MacLeod to go over an autopilot. And I'm going to tell it to get me within... I don't need to be too cautious. 1,000 meters. Engage autopilot, and I'm going to activate my engine. There we go. So, now we are good to go. I'm going to pull that out of the way because I don't need that anymore. To be honest, from here on in, it's just point and click. Pretty much. We don't need any action groups. I love the little weapons manager module that's on this thing. It's absolutely amazing. And it means that no more having to faff with action groups and stuff. So, I might as well talk you through my little ship. As you can see, it's got several hard points. It's got a spare one on top there that's not being used currently. The other hard point is currently being used for a cannon. I could put double cannons on, but to be honest, cannons are a relatively ineffective weapon in space because of the distances and how slow the rounds travel. Yeah, they travel. Yeah, they're pretty slow. They're a lot faster than the other stuff we're using, the homemade stuff, but still they're pretty slow compared to the ranges we're firing at. Whereas things like bullets almost instantly hit the target. Almost. So yeah, it's two hard points on the top and bottom, and then inside I got hard points which I could mount satellites on, or more guns, and then we've got these radial hard points that I deliberately not put anything kind of in this area here. Reason being is that these can be swapped out for... I was planning on, for longer range stuff, swapping out for the Vulcan 20mm. Because they're not very good at defending you because they have a very limited traverse, but they fire very fast and they've got a high caliber bullet, which means that they're going to do a lot better at destroying whatever they're shooting at. Now we've got only a single nuclear engine on here. I'm trying to keep the ISB, the amount of fuel it burns in one go, down to an absolute minimum so that it's as fuel economy has a huge fuel economy. Turn confidence on. There we go. Look at that. That looks cool. And I love the view from inside the cockpit. We're using the new B9 Aerospace. If I click to inside view, right, this is the back cabin, which has got a lot more screens to play with. We're using the new B9 Aerospace build, which I am going to be featuring as a mod spotlight. It's redesigned a whole load of the cockpits, as you can see. It's got really cool abort switches and stuff like that, and you click that and it'll abort. All the screens, you can pretty much have any setup, any view setup. So it's now possible to actually... Let's just change view to the guy in the front. There we go. It is now 100% possible to fly an entire mission from within one of these, because the amount of screens that you have. You can just see the 60s and 90s as we're going on here. On our angles. We can see our targets. We don't need to flick to the map view anymore. We've got targets there. And I think I can have a bigger version of it as well. So coming out to here, then we're going to burn down to there. So that's really useful. We've got the middle view here, which is pretty good for like shooting and stuff, and then we've got our nav ball, which the nav ball in the old cockpits is all the way over here, which is not too good if you're just trying to just do some flying. The nav ball just being in the corner. But I just love the way, I mean, they've got these things here. It tells you how much fuel, propellant you've got, how much oxidizing stuff. Yep, charge 100%, that's fine. That's electrical charge. You've got stage, fuel, and of course how your thrust and throttle works. all of these windows you can click on to just look at out of. So if I want to look at Kerbal, come on, you're not going to do it. Okay, not a window then. I know I can look at the top one. It's all about double clicking and it's screwing it up because I've got a target selected already. Alright, never mind. Let's not screw around too much with that. But you can click on the windows with this as a double click, but because I've got a target selected, it's not working that well. But yeah, there's a huge range of options of things that you can do with these. Let's go through a few of them while we're coasting towards our target. So all of these buttons along here, these are the same as the 1 to 10 keys on your keypad. So yeah, all your action groups can be controlled from within the cockpit, which is a really good feature. And the brakes, gears, lights, RCS and SCS buttons all work. The stage button works, and they've got a nice little cockpit light as well. So going along the top, we've got the main menu, which tells you flight displays, camera controls. We don't have any cameras currently mounted, so it doesn't matter. Navigation controls. So you've got the GPS. Let's just put that back on. You've got just general information about the craft. More camera controls, target, so you can sort your stuff out. But the best options are all down the bottom. So you keep it on FTL, and you've got PFD, which is your nav ball, and you click it again. More simplified nav ball, so less information cluttering the screen up. You've got what the current view I had on, and slightly zoomed out view. So normal, zoomed out, and then kind of like horizon. This one's really good for flying an airplane in. You've got your kind of view for when you have the map, which is pretty decent. You've got an exterior kind of takeoff assistant, and this camera is angled slightly so you can kind of see what's going on easier. So takeoff assistant, landing assistance. So all in all, pretty damn useful mod. Now, where is my target? Am I getting close to him? Where have you gone? Yeah, you're around somewhere. Alright guys, well what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you back when I am a little bit close to the target. I'm going to come back in. So I'll see you guys in a second. It's just going to be doing a load of burning. So we're going to be coming in close to 1,000 meters. So see you in a second, guys. What's up, guys? Welcome back. We suffered a little bit of a crash, which kind of screwed up my game so far and ended up with my ship glitching out, which is why this ship is very slightly different to the last one in such a regard that we've got full racks of missiles. Try not to cheat. It's just the case of, well, we had a complete meltdown, and yeah, not good. Not good at all. Right, I want to close you. Get rid of you. Right, we are focused in on our target. So let's just get rid of... We don't need my jib, and I can get rid of that. We don't need that. Okay. So if I pull out the O menu, we've got engines, comms, arm, disarm. So let's go to... There you go. Weapon system is now armed. Let's go to 4. Let's select the correct weapon. So what have we got? Got 50 cal turret. No. Rocket pod, that's what we want. So we've got the rocket pod, we've got our little green thing there. We're not quite pointing at the target, which is fine. We can change that in a second. Okay, and button 5 would be the fire, but as I'm going to be looking through here, I'm just going to use my number pad. So our rockets are going to miss him by quite a big margin. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn it off, and I'm going to just edge sideways. Not quite sure what's going on there. Why can't I shoot? Huh. Is there a dead... Have I got a dead spot in front of my ship? That could hit him. Rockets away. Oh. What happened? Did I hit him? Now let's try it again. Fire off a load of rockets. Yes! Oh, yes. Target well struck. Look at that. He is gone, gone, gone. Where is its pod? He is out of here. he got messed up. Wow. What have we got? We've got wing sections. We've got side sections there. Armor. The armor seems to handle the explosions fairly well, but I'm pretty sure I blew up some major parts of him. Okay. Right. Apparently that's. Let's just focus on him. Target plus. That one. No. What have we got? We've got just a little bit of RC SAS. Are these? I'm trying to find his pod. If his pod is there. Come on. Lock target. No, not locking a lock target. Never mind. Hey! Missed him. Okay. Well, let's come out of this view. Let's just double click. There we go. Let's just come out of our cockpit view. There we go. So, what have we got? We've got... Well, the target's pretty messed up. There's not really much else for us to do. I'm gonna... Have I got my RCS on? I do. Okay. Well, let's turn the there we go. Weapons are off, so we're not going to get any misclicks. I'm going to turn my RCS off. I don't think I need that. SAS can stay. Oh no, MacJeb's controlling SAS. Lights are fine. I think we already have our lights on. Okay, so that's target number 1 sorted out. There we go. Relatively simple. Bit of a dead space in my rocket pods though. Yeah, there's quite a bit of a gap between them, the way they're angled, I guess. But, yeah, I fired off a load of rockets. You can see there's some spaces there, and there's some spaces there. That's kind of cool. I like that. Okay, so let's go to our map and find the next target. So I'm here. Pretty sure, yeah, there's no enemy cockpit, so I'm pretty sure we properly messed him up. Yeah, he's gone. Okay, so... let's find LHK TAC 9 set as target. Let's come out of our map view and we're back into a cockpit view. It's quite a nice cockpit view. And as we don't need... Let's get rid of all of them. Okay, so we are... Stage... That should be fine. Have I not got my... No, my rockets are powered up. We've got plenty of fuel. Yeah, I think we're not doing too bad. We've got our target selected. We got target selected. He's over here. I'm over here. So we're just going to bring our orbit out. But yeah, another. I absolutely love these B9 Aerospace cockpits. I mean, this one's laid out strangely, but I love this one just due to the fact that you've got an awesome panoramic view. I mean, look at that. Look at it. Just the view of the moon and everything. Yeah, you can zoom in quite a lot, but you can also select view from separate windows. So if I just do right click, so I've got a free mouse, and then click, I'm now in the bottom window. So that's looking just straight down pretty much, and that's looking straight ahead. And these and then just press C just to go back to the cockpit view. We've got a front window here, where you can just look out of. There we go. And you can kind of see back into the cockpit as well. I love that. It's awesome. But we've also got like another cockpit view behind this one. So if I go to this guy sat in the back. Now he doesn't have much of a good view, but he does have a lot more screens, which is great. And again, I mean, these guys, the action groups are off at the side there, which is not brilliant, I guess. Cabin lights on, stage. I do prefer the this guy's view, just because the action groups are along the bottom. A lot of the other cockpits, the action groups are kind of off to the side. But yeah, the new B9 Aerospace cockpits, amazing as far as I'm concerned. Right, let's go to our map view and find out what we do. What have we got? Autopilot's engaged. Let's come out of our cockpit view just so I can see what we're planning on doing. We've got a burn and oh, turn the auto warp on, shall we? There we go. That's what we were waiting for. I also apologise if I'm sounding a bit stuffy. I've got a bit of a cold that's blocking my nose up, so never mind. But, you know, life will go on, as they all say. So we're just warping to the target now. So what I'm going to do is... Let's have a look. How long was this going to take? I'm probably going to fast forward this, to be honest, guys. You can watch this, so I've got no problem with allowing you guys to watch what's going on. But, yeah, let's just watch this from inside the cockpit. You can see what's going on. So I'm just going to F2, and then I'll fast forward this, but you guys can watch it. And then I'll come back in again once we've finished doing what we're doing. Get to our target. Hi everybody, welcome back. We've suffered another amazingly awesome crash. Sigh. Okay, so let's kill the rotation and let's just nose up very slightly. There we go. Just leave it at that. Okay. Let's select our cannon. Let's go to cockpit view. Okay, let's just move nose up a little bit more. There we go. There we go. So we nosed up quite a lot. We were having a bit of an issue with the... if I come out of the cockpit view for a second. Our cannon here was apparently clipping on stuff. So if we edge up very slightly... and then try firing a hole. Well, that's the engine, so we'll try firing at that. So fire! Okay, we've definitely hit something. We hit ourselves. How do we do that? Let's have a look, see what's happened to our target. I'm not quite exactly sure what happened there. Somehow my shot blew off the nose cone off one of this and caused me to spin. I don't even know. Let's have a look. What's happened to our target? Where is our target? Our target's over here. You know what? 50 cal turrets. All of them in range. Fire for effect! Just keep shooting! Okay, there we go, they've just overheated. Shoot at all the things. Now he's over a kilometre away and I'm still getting hits on him. You can't exactly, there's just a massive confusion of just targets everywhere. Rocket pod everything. It just explosions. Well, that guy got fucked. Ooh, target. Target that. That. I want to target that. Okay, let's just... No weapons. Okay. Come out of cockpit. Out of cockpit view. There we go. So that ship's got fucked. Okay, seems like... I'm not quite sure what's going on here. This, even though it was pointing down here, still managed to damage parts of my ship. So I'm honestly not sure about that. And the rockets are relatively okay. But the 50 cal machine guns just seem to be OP as hell. So these things got exploded away and have their orbits drastically changed. I'm not sure if that's good or not. The rockets are pretty powerful, pretty OP. The 50 cals are definitely OP and powerful. No idea what's going on with this cannon. Perhaps mounting it on the front here would have been a better option, but assuming that was where I was connecting the ship, I'm not quite sure. Perhaps mounting it on top of the cockpit would have been a better option. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why. It just not that off. It's odd. It's interesting, but odd. Okay, so our target is there. So I'm going to try and see if I can get this to work. Okay, there we go. See if you will actually work for me or not. Generally, the first sign of a crash happening is if MacLeod just completely screws up and hasn't got a clue what to do and just ends up trying to flee into deep space, and you know that something somewhere is going a bit screwy and it just doesn't know how to deal with that. Matching planes, yeah, that seems fine. Probably will be on a slightly different plane to it. It's only a 3.1 meters per second burst. Our target's just over there. Now the XCM is something we haven't really seen yet, but I know for certain that that ship, the XCM, is a class of ship that destroyed the Leviathan. So it's definitely big, because, well, something small and smaller as the ones we've just been taking out definitely isn't going to have enough firepower to destroy the Leviathan. Not the old school type firepower, but... So these XCMs are new, and I'm not quite sure what it's armed with, or how much armour it's got on, but the 50 cows didn't seem to have any problem just mincing that other ship. This cannon I'm not going to use anymore. It's just too... I don't know what's wrong with it. It's too buggy. It's worked on other ships I've created. But then again, I've never had it mounted in a direct line, and it could be clipping on. This might have a large hitbox, perhaps, and the round's just hitting that. But last time the angle was kind of off to the side, so I'm not sure what's happening with that. The round couldn't have hit me, because if the round hit me, I'm dead. I'd have been dead. The rockets work fine. I've mounted them a bit too far away from each other, so there's like a dead zone in the middle. But never mind. 50 cows work fine. They haven't blown me up yet. Now, they're supposed to be programming in this that stops you shooting yourself, and that's why I don't understand why this is hitting bits of me, but oh well. Okay, 15 meters per second, that seems fairly fine. Basically, if we start getting really weird numbers here, closest search is 9 minutes, it's 15 kilometers at the moment, which is fine. There you are, he's just over there, 21 kilometers away. I want to have a good look at whoever this is, because he's, well, it's going to be pretty big, it's going to be pretty impressive, so, yeah, I'm hoping that we can get some decent shots off at him. He's hiding in the sunshine. Okay, burn in 6 seconds. We're almost operating on real time now, by the count. We're not in a huge amount of lag, but I guess as soon as we get close to whatever that is, we're probably going to get a lot more lag. Okay. I don't know. For modern combat, because of the 2,000 kilometer kill box that you can set up around modern ships, this ship's going to need a drastic redesign. I'm thinking of replacing these with a couple of the very high power Vulcan cannons instead, the machine gun Vulcan cannons, because the 50 cows they do a really good job of protecting all around the ship, and they seem to do a really good job of shredding things. But the Vulcans got a bigger rounds, and you notice even when I was just at close range of shredding the other ship, still took quite a lot of hits, and it didn't cause lots of explosions or anything. It just hit parts and just destroyed things, and I had to use the rockets to basically just scatter them and get rid of them. So I'm thinking that the rather than 50 cal, using the 20mm Vulcans is just a bigger, higher explosive round. Here we go. That thing is, whatever that thing is, it's relatively large. Look at it. Wow, okay. Okay, so we just need to slow down here. I'm going to try hitting it with rocket pods, because this thing is big, and it's probably going to need something with some explosive force. The 50 cows don't really have an explosive force behind them. They just have a chance of destroying the part, and I want something to go boom. I like explosions. Explosions are good. So we're going to see what we can do to this chap. So he's all done. SAS. Point me at my target. Let's go into cockpit view so I can get a good look at him. Let's get rid of our docking port align indicator, because I don't need him. Move out that way. You. Alright, go away. I don't need you. Okay, look. Look at that thing. That's pretty big. Fairly well armoured. What's it got there? Oh, it's got the large anti-capital weapons. So that's why it's Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense why it destroyed stuff. So let's go, let's pull up my thing. Is that not working? Let's go 50 cal. No, rocket pods. Let's try my rocket. Can I try my rocket pods? Howitzer? Yeah, they're working. Hit something. Let's try. Oh, there they are. Let's try firing at him. Ho! Just one rocket. Wow. Okay. Right. Okay. Well, I guess his cockpit, which is what we hit. We destroyed whatever was behind his cockpit, and now he's those rockets tend to just put a whole load of. They tend to just have a lot of right. I'm not using the howitzer. 50 cal turret all the way. Let's try shooting something. So these two take a bit just to chew through stuff, especially heavily armoured stuff. I mean, there's a cockpit. It's relatively cockpits take a... I'm hitting him. Not doing a huge amount of damage. That's the thing with the 50 cal. Good defensive weapon. Definitely hitting the cockpit. See if there's anything else I can damage up here. Now these guys are getting quite a long distance away. What's that over there? Let's try that. Oh, hitting something there. I'm getting hits. I'm not sure if I'm just looking for explosions. Okay. Let's have a look what we've got here. Got an engine section. Let's try and take out some engines. Yeah, there we go. The armour plates seem to be working okay. So we're getting hits on me, and it's almost a kilometre away. It's 800 metres away. We're starting to lose whatever those parts are. There we go. There we go. There's some hits there. This just looks like armoured bodywork to me. I'm not doing much damage to it. Oh no! I'm getting through. I'm hitting it. Rocket bot. Oh, hit it. Oh yeah, I was talking onto that. Let's try. Let's go back out of my cockpit view. Let's try and hit something bigger like that. Okay, cool. Not him. Oh no, are we gonna crash again or something? Is it not liking me blowing stuff up? Let's have a look. What we got damage-wise. We've got... These are some of the big bits that are left. So we've got... There we go, there's there. That's just an armour panel. What else we got? We properly messed this up. Those rockets are nasty. And we were aiming at the cockpit, but I reckon that because by the time it was shot and by the time the rocket had hit, this ship had moved, because they're moving at like orbital speed of 400 and something meters per second, so that's quite fast. So by the time the rocket hit it, it missed the cockpit and hit whatever's behind the cockpit, which caused it to explode. Generally, when things like that happen, it's usually because you've either hit something that counts as a structural member, and it's actually really important. Now, what have we got? What's that? That looks like that's the rear engine section. That's pretty bollocks. It's got a probe in it, though. But yeah, that ship's been pretty much atomized. I like that. Right. So, that ship's buggered. There's a pod with them in, but they're going to run out of power. It's just a pod. Right, are there any other enemy kind of proper ships? We could go after some... We could go after some stuff, I guess, but no, I'm happy with that. We have pretty much, I mean, these are, yeah, they're pretty fucked. They're on their own. They're going to run out of power really quickly, and then they're just going to die. They've got quite a lot of the beacon, the borealis beacon. I'm not sure what to do with that. I don't think that's armoured though. That's an old Nightshade thing that they've taken over. Yeah, satcoms everywhere. They're all fine. Enemy ships. No, that's Tuxedo's Industries, which is interesting. There's actually a person on that. I haven't got anything to rescue them though, and if somebody manages to rescue them, they've got that. And I'm in a stable orbit, which is orbiting around my base on the Mun, and I've got one cool ass ship which has got. I'm not going to use that cannon again. There's something glitchy about it. I'm not quite sure what. Perhaps these things here have a big hitbox, or perhaps the wing or something. But yeah, I was pointing out here, and it hit me here, which is I don't know. No idea what happened. No idea whatsoever, but hey, what the hell. Okay, so let's find my module, because I'm going to set up this for Guardian mode now, and then that's going to pretty much be the end of my go. So let's flick this out. So let's go toggle guard mode true, scan interval. Ooh, hello. What are you firing at? What are you having a go at? I've still got rocket pods. No weapons. Stop it. Bad. So if we want field of view 360. Guard range 2000. There we go. Guard mode true. Target missiles false. Team A. Toggle T, it's fine. Arms. I think we are arms. So, arm. There we go. Arms. 50 cows. There we go. Because guard mode is on, I can't do anything. I'm clicking and it's not doing anything, which is fine, which means I'm not going to shoot anything. So it means that if an enemy ship comes within 2,000 meters of me, I will defend myself. I've got cannons on, covering pretty much everything. These ones fire front and back and to the sides. These can fire everything other than directly above them. So if you come in directly from this point, I guess you could hit me, but it's very unlikely that you'd be able to get it, and pretty much they've got a blind spot directly above them, but other than that, they're fine. There's no blind spot here because these will just swivel to hit you from either side. Yeah, well defended ship. I mean, I've got... Oh, that's what else it blew off me. It blew up my back panels. Okay, so my ship's a bit damaged from my own cannon. I have no idea what's going on with that cannon, but I'm not going to bother using them ever again. Reason being is the cannon, it has a very slow travelling round, and these are relatively slow. And if you're trying to shoot at stuff outside of 2 kilometers, which is what most of these are going to have from here on in, outside of 2 kilometers, because you don't want to be engaged by their point defense systems, so you're going to need longer range weapons, and it seems like machine guns are the go-to for long range weapons. So I'm going to redesign this with machine guns instead of rocket pods. I'm going to get rid of this cannon and probably move the hard point forward, so we actually have a decent camera which we can zoom in at a decent length rather than relying on the cockpit zoom. Get rid of rocket pods, get rid of that cannon, and put the 20mm machine guns on it instead. Gonna keep the 50 cals, gonna keep them. I quite like them. Okay, so that's it for Barracuda. I've cleared out the Mun. Now there is no longer a hostile fleet. Admittedly, the hostile fleet was an antiquated... it's an antiquated... It was from the 2nd season. We're now in the 3rd season, and we've got a lot more better toys to play with. So the enemy are probably going to get themselves organised and basically start working on their... Well, if we can consider the first season as 1st generation, the 2nd season is 2nd generation weaponry and craft, 3rd season 3rd generation. So yeah, they're gonna have to work on some 3rd generation ships to be able to deal with me at the moment. Although I've only got one ship in orbit, I've got plenty of stuff down on the surface, so the Mun is well and truly mine. I've got satellite coverage, I've got military stuff, and currently Minmus, if I go to target Minmus, currently Minmus I have a Terminator assault ship and a bomber, I think, which are, well, they're also antiquated actually. They are, yeah, they're from the second season again. They got launched just before we upgraded to new weapon systems. But for the moment, I've got Minmus as well because there's nobody on the surface, and I've got an armed fleet in orbit around Minmus. But to be frank, if anything, anything modern comes up, I'm in trouble. I'm in a lot of trouble. I'm going to lose Minmus. Although I've said that I'm leaving Minmus open for any and all to use. To use as investigate and stuff like that. It's just I've said that I am saying now that I am the only person who's allowed military forces around Minmus. Just to keep the peace. I'm not going to attack anybody around Minmus unless they bring a military force, and if they do, we'll have a chat to them and try and work it out. But the Mun is definitely mine. Mun is mine. Nobody's having the Mun. It is mine. I'm keeping the Mun. I have Kerbals who have died around this Mun. Nobody else is going to have it. It's mine. But I'm a bit worried about the amount of stuff that they've got sat around Kerbin. But hey, what the hell? Yeah, well, the other corporations have launched off into orbit around Kerbin. The Northern Coalition did declare that Kerbin is a no-fly zone, but they hadn't got a problem with non-military craft. Well, then they declared war on us, so I'm not quite sure what the hell they're going to do. Whether they're going to attack the civilian craft, which are just exploratory vehicles more than anything else, or not, I don't know. They seem to be more focused on stopping or engaging in military action, so I'm hoping that perhaps the Northern Coalition will ignore these civilian craft, wherever they are. It's getting crowded around Kerbin. Around somewhere. There you are. There's some other shit. It's a Civ stat, yeah. So it's a civilian class ship. It's a satellite deployer, I think. Is that just it? Is there a Shark Corp around here somewhere? There's a Shark Corp. Satcom one. Okay, so Shark Corp's out in space somewhere. There you go, the Shark Corp Duna visitor. There he is. So he's well out of the way. He's fine. Eve, yep, I've got an Eve base. That's about it. And there's some satellites, I think, because the Leviathan got destroyed. Let's have a look. Can I focus on Eve? There we go. Let's have a look at Eve. Let's zoom in on Eve. So there's some satellites in orbit, which is Northern Coalition and Northern Coalition. Yeah, Northern Coalition. They were stolen from Tuxedo's Industries, if I remember correctly. But I've got the Leviathan in orbit there. Oh, the Leviathan's still alive. That's cool. Leviathan 2 lander, and I've got stuff here as well. But Northern Coalition, there's a Celestial Beacon there, which is was Tuxedo's. So I've got Eve. I've got a non-military lander on the planet, as well as having armed forces in orbit, which is fine. So I think I'm doing good so far. And then Duna. What's an orbit around Duna? What have we got? There is a Northern Coalition beacon, Northern Coalition beacon, Northern Coalition beacon. So the Northern Coalition, technically, because they're the only person at the moment with satellites around it, they've not sent anything other than satellites out. In fact, they didn't even send these satellites. These are stolen from Tuxedo's Industries, who they invaded and then basically redesignated them as their own, because there's nobody on board them, so they're just controlled from the planet. And similarly, they've taken over Tuxedo's Industries control center. Yeah, they've got it. So yeah. So currently, the Northern Coalition have got Kerbin and Duna and Dres, I think. Let's have a look. Yeah. So sorry, Ike. So they've got Ike, Duna, and Kerbin. So that's 3. I've got the Mun and let's have a look. I've got the Mun and Minmus, which is 1, 2. So currently the Northern Coalition are winning, but then again they did a big strike, so I'm not surprised, to be honest, really. But I want the Mun. Mun is mine. Nobody's going to get that Mun off me. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, you guys. You have been awesome. I'm sorry that this episode has been a bit cutted around. I wanted to show you guys me doing stuff and getting to targets, but continual crashes. I've no idea what's wrong with the game, whether it's my game or whether it's my computer just being derpy today. I have no idea, but yeah, apologies for all of that, but hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. If you did enjoy watching, hit that thumbs up, let me know you liked it. If you didn't enjoy it, just talk to me in the comments, let me know what I can do better. So, thanks for watching. I've been 4040, this has been Kerbal Space Program PvP. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time, guys. Bye bye.